Qdoba's pretty good. They got their cheesy burrito at the Mall of America. So when I'm over there, I'll get that. You guys check that out sometime. Okay, focus, Rob. Mr. Benson. Which of the following functions is linear? Okay. I know this one isn't because of this x squared. This has an x squared, so to the square power. So these three aren't. Here we go. That's got to be this one. There's no x to the whatever power. There's no x in the denominator. If you see that, that's not linear. So this must be the one right there. Let's see if the computer agrees with me. And it looks like it does. That's great. Glad we're on the same track here. Moving on here. Find the slope of the line passing through the given points. We just want to find the slope, guys, right? A lot of the times when you guys do these problems, I'm seeing like you'll read this and then you like think, oh, it wants the line. No, I just want the slope of the line passing through those points. So we're going to look at these 2 points. And some of you might go right to the thing like, oh, let's do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And if you do that, probably not going to be in the world. But I want you to notice something here. Check out, this point has common y's. So we have 2, 4, and 0, 4. And if you think about it, if I were to put those points on here, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So put a point right there. And 0, 4, so my other point's right there. If I had 2 points at the same height, I have what's called a horizontal line. And horizontal lines have a slope of 0. So my slope for this line would be 0. Now you could plug these things into your equation, right? So I could do the equation way, 4 minus 4 over 0 minus 2. This is equal to 0 over negative 2. And you can take 0 and divide it by a number, and what do you get? You get 0. If you have no money and give it to your negative 2 friends, they don't get any money. But remember, what you can't divide by is 0. You cannot do 2 divided by 0. That's the undefined one, okay? So our slope, or our answer for this one, is 0. I'll type that one in quick. Check that out. Oh, it's going well, guys. About halfway there. Okay. Here we go. Which is an equation for the line that passes through this point and is parallel to this line? Okay, we can do that. This one won't be too bad. And here's why. We know the slope is what its slope is because this is already given to us in y equals mx plus b form. So the m right here, our slope is 1/2. Now the slope of one line, if one line is 1/2, going up 1 and over 2, right? The slope of one line looks like that. The slope of a parallel line also must be 1/2 because they're parallel. Parallel lines have the same slope, right? Okay, so we know that our slope of our new line will be 1/2 too. Y equals 1/2 x plus b. We just don't know what this b is, what this y-intercept is going to be, okay? But we do know something. It goes through the point negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So it goes through this point. So we're going to have, this is kind of the line we're looking for, and we're just trying to find this b right here. So what do we need to do to find that b? Well, we just need to plug this point, negative 4, 4, into this equation right here for our x and our y. So I'll plug the 4 in for this is equal to positive 1/2, sorry, 1/2 times negative 4, plug in x in plus b. I got 4 is equal to negative 2 plus b, add 2 to both sides. 4 plus 2 is 6, last I checked, I think it is. And so I'm going to put 6 now that I know my y-intercept is 6, plugging it into this formula right here, and I get my formula is y equals 1/2 x plus 6. Is there one like that here? 1/2 x minus 6, and oh, so it's that top one. I was trying to get you with this one on the bottom, wasn't I? Tricky me. Tricky me. Ah, good. Moving on in life. That stuff. What is the slope of a line that is perpendicular to the line of a slope of 4? Oh, okay, remember the rule. This one should be a quick one for you guys. Okay, here's the rule. And we can practice this. If I have the slope of a perpendicular line, let's say I have a slope of 3, think of that as 3 over 1. The slope of the perpendicular line, you flop them, and then you do the opposite sign of the front. So this is positive, so this would be negative, and you flop them so you get 1/3. Okay? And if, say, this was a negative 2/5, now this is positive, and then you flop them. flip them. 5 halves. Okay, so this is a slope of 4. So slope of 4 is that one. The new slope would be negative. This is 4 like 4 over 1, so negative 1 over 4 is the solution to this one. So negative 1 over 4. Check. Bam, got it. Next. Okay, clear annotation. Well, what is this? Write the equation that best describes the graph below. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, this is not too bad. We can do this one in green. So, remember, our equation would be y equals mx plus b. We just have to figure out two things, the m and the b. Once we have those two things, we'll plug it into this equation right here for the m and the b, and then we got our answer. So, the easiest one when you look at a graph is actually the b, right? The b is the y-intercept. Where does it cross over this axis right here? Where does it cross? Oh, right there, at negative 4. So we know our b is negative 4. That's our y-intercept. The next thing we have to figure out is the slope. This one could be a little bit trickier. Think about a triangle when we're doing slope. The triangle, the height of it is the rise and the run, and we want to pick two good points. I like this point and this point. These are two good intersections, right? This is right at negative 6, 0, and this is right at negative 0, negative 4. So the rise from here to here, some people might just say, oh, it's just 2, right? And you might not get hurt in all situations by doing that, but the rise from here to here isn't 2, it's 2, 4, right? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be 4. Okay, the rise is 4. And then the run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Because the distance from here to here was 6. So we got a run of 6. So our slope is 4 over 6, our rise over our run. 4 over 6. And that simplifies down to 2 over 3. But Mr. Benson forgot something. What did he forget? Well, he forgot, he's talking to himself right now, he forgot that this is going down from left to right. And because it's going down, we know that this isn't a positive slope. It should be a negative slope. So really, this should be negative 2/3. So I'll put that up here. So now my final equation should be y equals negative 2/3 x minus 4. That's my final equation when I plug the 4 in for the b and the negative 2/3 in for the m. So let's see how that goes, putting that in. Some of you might say, hey, can I put negative 0.66666 in? And I'm going to say to you, no. Because that's not the same as negative 2/3. It's close, but it's not the same. We're in big boy math now. We got to do this stuff, the fractions and things like that. There we go. Negative 2/3 x minus 4. Check it. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Clearing the annotations on this. Let's move on to the next problem. Next.